Race 22, the Alessandra D Chase. 3 miles 5 furlongs, Grade 3, Condemnation, Paul Parsons, Green Banks Park for John Morgan, Mycenaean Vray for David Robertson, Old English for Derek Hinton, Premier Vacancies Martin Leadham, Tunisia Matt Cooper, Finding Alice Martin Leadham, Persian Tiger Darren Thompson and Sahara Moonlight for Stu Gray. 9 runners then. And it's the John Morgan Greenbanks Park who is waiting at the front of the line there to take the lead and head down towards the first. A short run to the first, and he gets over it safely. A little bit of a slow jump there from Finding Alice the Grey. Sees that head towards the rear, but it's Greenbanks Park who leads the way from Old English in second. Premier Vacancies is third, then comes Condemnation and Persian Tiger, Mycenaean Vray as they come down to the second. And a bad mistake there from Old English. Derek Hinton's horse moves back into the middle of the pack, but it's Greenbanks Park who has the lead by about 4 lengths to Premier Vacancies in second. Condemnation's third, Mycenaean Vray on the rail in 4, then comes Old English as they jump the next. And we've lost Premier Vacancies there. Martin's jockey couldn't hang on after he hit the top of that one. So it's left Greenbanks Park about 6-7 lengths clear as it comes to the ditch, the 4th fence. These fences come pretty quickly at Punchestown. Greenbanks Park is taking them all in his stride at the moment. It's got about a 6-length lead to Condemnation in second, Mycenaean Vray and Old English, then comes Tunisia and Persian Tiger, and behind that is Sahara Moonlight, and Finding Alice the Grey is at the rear of the field, but it's Greenbanks Park, heads down towards the 5th. Handy lead to Condemnation, Old English and Mycenaean Vray. Tunisia on the outside as they take the 5th. They all get over it safely. Bit of a slow jump at the rear by Finding Alice. But Greenbanks Park out in front for John Morgan. Condemnation's in second. Then comes Old English and Mycenaean Vray on this near side. Persian Tiger to the outside of that, and Tunisia 1 further wide in the red colours for Matt Cooper as they jump the next, the 6th. And they're all over that one safely. Greenbanks Park good way in front from Condemnation in second. Old English and Mycenaean Vray as they come down to the next, the 7th. And they get over that. Oh, and a mistake, and gone there is Mycenaean Vray. Unshipped his rider, David Robertson's horse. So we're left with 7 runners in the race. Greenbanks Park still out in front. Condemnation's in second. Tunisia third. Old English 4. Persian Tiger 5. Sahara Moonlight and Finding Alice the Grey still at the rear of the field. So they come down to the next, the 8th. Greenbanks Park out in front. 6-7 lengths to Condemnation in second. The leader gets over it safely. Condemnation hit that one. Lucky to stay on board there was the jockey. But it just allows Greenbanks Park to go further ahead. He's a good 10 lengths now in front from Tunisia, who's taken up second. Seems to be a bit of a bad spot to be second. A lot of mistakes happening there as they jump the next, the ditch. They're all over that one safely, but Greenbanks Park is even further in front now from Tunisia, Condemnation and Old English. Then comes Persian Tiger, Sahara Moonlight and Finding Alice as they swing right-handed, make their way towards the next, Greenbanks Park. A long way clear for John Morgan. Old English in second for Derek Hinton. Tunisia for Matt Cooper third. Then comes Condemnation for Paul Parsons. Persian Tiger for Darren Thompson. Sahara Moonlight for Stu Gray. And the grey of Finding Alice for Martin Leadham still at the rear of the field as they take the 10th. Greenbanks Park over it safely. Condemnation in second. Old English third. Tunisia 4. Persian Tiger 5. Sahara Moonlight 6. And Finding Alice in 7th. Greenbanks Park. It's still got half the number of fences to jump. 15 furlongs left to run. Still has a big lead from Condemnation in second as they pass the finishing post and head out for another circuit of this Punchestown course. Greenbanks Park doesn't look like getting headed at the moment. Condemnation still about 10 lengths back in second as they take the 11th. Greenbanks Park over it safely. Condemnation in Tunisia. Then comes Old English, Persian Tiger, Finding Alice. There was a mistake there by Sahara Moonlight, which sees that now drop to the rear of the field. But Greenbanks Park still has the lead, heading down towards the 12th. Still about 10 lengths from Condemnation in second. As he comes to the 12th, he's over it. Condemnation now jumps it in second. Old English third, Persian Tiger in 4, Tunisia 5. They're closely grouped, a bit of a gap then to Finding Alice and a further gap back to Sahara Moonlight at the rear of the field. But it's Greenbanks Park Heading down towards the 13th, gets over it safely from Condemnation in second. Persian Tiger third, Tunisia 4, Old English 5, Finding Alice 6 and Sahara Moonlight in 7th. As they head towards the next, the 14th, Greenbanks Park it is still in front. It's a big ditch, he's over it safely, just slowing up a little bit now, allowing Combination to get a little bit closer, but the lead is still about 6 or 7 lengths. Persian Tiger's in third, then comes Tunisia and Old English, a gap to the grey Finding Alice, and a further gap back to Sahara Moonlight, who's getting ridden along at the rear of the field, but Greenbanks Park still has it, so we head towards the next, the 15th. It's about a 6-length lead to Condemnation in second. Persian Tiger moving up into third with Tunisia as they come to the next, and they're all over it safely. A good jump there by the grey Finding Alice, but it's Greenbanks Park still out in front. They're all in single file at the moment. Condemnation second, being joined now by Persian Tiger moving up on the outside. A gap then back to Tunisia, a further gap to Old English and Finding Alice, and Sahara Moonlight is out of the picture as they jump the 16th. Greenbanks Park about a 4-length lead now to Persian Tiger. They're starting to get closer. Condemnation's in third, Tunisia in 4. Big gap then starting to emerge between them. Oh, there's a mistake there by our leader. Greenbanks Park hit that one. He's allowed Persian Tiger now to come up on the outside. It's Greenbanks Park from Persian Tiger and Condemnation. These three have a bit of a gap to Tunisia, a further gap back to Finding Alice, but Greenbanks Park is kicking again. Greenbanks Park with just over 5 furlongs left to run goes back into about a 6-length lead to Persian Tiger in second, Condemnation third, Tunisia joining them in 4 as they get over the 18th. Greenbanks Park, it's a handy lead now from Persian Tiger and Condemnation. Tunisia in 4, you can't see anybody else other than these 4 in it. It's Greenbanks Park, heading towards the 19th. Greenbanks Park, it's the ditch. It gets over it safely from Persian Tiger in second. Condemnation third, Tunisia 4. There's one left to jump here in this Group 3 race. Greenbanks Park, out in front. Turns right-handed, heads for home. Still just under 3 furlongs left to run. But he's got a handy lead from Condemnation now. He's in second. Persian Tiger's in third, but Greenbanks Park, 1 left to jump, 2 furlongs left to go. Greenbanks Park it is, stretching his lead out to 8, 9, 10 lengths. Greenbanks Park, he's only got to jump it to win, you would think, from here. Greenbanks Park steadies himself, gets over it nicely. Condemnation's in second, Persian Tiger third. Tunisia running on in 4, there's a furlong left to run, but Greenbanks Park, he runs downhill. Greenbanks Park is going to take this one comfortably. Greenbanks Park it is from Condemnation in second, Tunisia running on in third, but Greenbanks Park is going to win this one, win it comfortably. The jockey's not touching him. Greenbanks Park it is from Condemnation second, Tunisia third, Persian Tiger 4, Finding Alice running on for 5th. 3 loose horses. We lost another one there, Old English, I didn't see that one go. And Stu Gray's horse finishing a long way back in last, but an easy win for Greenbanks Park and John Morgan. It's another front-running horse of his. Wins it by 4.5 lengths from Condemnation in second for Paul Parsons, Tunisia third for Matt Cooper, Persian Tiger in 4th for Darren Thompson, and Finding Alice for Martin Leadham in 5th.